when you feel really comfortable and you really feel like yourself, you're gonna like pick that confidence back again, and you're gonna find yourself right back in that. Is there a guy doing fire sticks behind me?
No, they're like sword fighting with wooden sticks. Two grown men. But they've been doing that for like 20 minutes. I've been watching them.
Do we have that on camera?
I think it's right behind the tree.
You see it a little bit.
You can't really see it too much, but I like that it's low effort, but consistent.
They're not really trying. It's more so like if another 60-year-old man attacked me.
It's like the wooden sticks are just wooden sticks, but they're handling them so delicately. Like they're like collector's items. I'm sorry, I don't know why
it's okay.
It's so funny.
You're allowed to feel this joy. Are you okay?
I don't know why I find that so funny.
You guys look the exact same also.
They look like twins. They look like mirrors of themselves.
God damn. Please tell me we have footage of this.
Like right now you can see them.
Don't worry, they have water, so I think they're gonna like refuel and get back at
That's fucking incredible. I thought there was a guy doing fire sticks.
it. It sounds like it. Sorry.
Oh, don't be sorry. This is what it's all about right here. Oh, fuck. That's incredible. Yeah, Big Al goes binky mode. We got Taylor mic'd up today. Grace, you mic'd up too?
I am mic'd up.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
In lieu
You're all good.
of our good friend Emmett being here. Emmett can't be here right now. He's actually brokering a peace between Greenland and the United States. That's why he's our podcast producer. That's his side job. When he's not teaching knife skills at the local middle school, he is a geo diplomat. Station identification, folks. It's Big Al's Grill ASMR. It is episode 75 on our beautiful journey right now. Is this the 75th episode? You're goddamn right it is. And I'm just very, very proud to be here. And if you're watching this, this is the week of January 26th, and the United States has officially taken over Greenland. Let's go. Let's go. That's what I want. I want those rare earth materials, baby, because that's what I eat every day when I go to the grocery store. I'm saying, where are my rare earth materials? The prices have been too high. Rare earth materials. Look at Grace. Grace is now getting her blanket out. It's kind of cold in the park.
It's kind of cold.
It's chilly in the park.
You know what it is, folks. Just like Gordon Bombay said in Mighty Ducks 2, okay? Greenland is full of ice, and Iceland is actually green. Knuckle puck time. It is a little chilly here. Holy shnikes. I'm going against the elements. We got my boy here. I met him at an open mic last night, and he was like, I want to come hang out. He did not bring a chair, so he's just kind of chilling. But, you know, we're pretty upfront about where we are most of the time. He was like, I'm a fan. I'm like, dude, just come hang out. And then he actually took me up on it, which was fun because there's two women here in a park setting up while I'm not there. And then he, of course, looks like Donnie Darko and rolls up being like, hey, I'm here to watch the show. But of course, we welcome everybody. Everybody's a friend on the podcast. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Because if we can't be friends with one another, what's the fucking point of any of this? They're getting loud today at the soccer game. I don't know if I have enough propane for today, but that's why I brought 2 canisters. Before we dive right into the meat and potatoes of this podcast, we are going to be doing a solo podcast today. It's been long overdue. I know we get fired up when we can just stand here by the grill and wax poetic, just you and I talking, as 2 schoolboys would behind the bleachers, thinking of crushes, teachers that we didn't like, and school dances we were ready to get fucking fingered at. Bad for the algorithm again. Let's, you know what? Keep that part in. You know our phrase here. What do we say here? Let's cut that.
Yeah.
Or we'll keep it in. Or we'll keep it in. This guy's he's not even a fan. He's just a stalker. I'm fucking around. It is kind of cold. I wanted to say hello. I want to say hello to everybody in 2026. I hope everybody's sticking to their New Year's resolutions. I'd like to give myself a pat on the back for sticking to a couple New Year's resolutions right off the front. I'm staying consistent with, see, everyone's pretty fired up for me. I'm staying consistent with eating breakfast. That's a big pat on the back right there. I have been working out with weights 3 times a week, and I think the most important one of all, I'm not being petty. Pettiness is done this year. Folks, too much time do we spend talking about other people when it's truly none of our business. And I'm not talking about don't get involved in things that, pertain to your like actual life. That's, whether it's political, whether it's family members, friends, whatever. But how often are we gossiping, shit-talking on coworkers? How often are we doing it to friends of friends, or maybe even friends' partners? Cut it out. 2026 is about being nice to yourself and to your energy. Too much energy spent talking shit. You know what I mean? Grace, have you been following your 2026 resolutions?
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't make any.
Didn't make any? Great. What about you, Taylor?
I didn't make any either.
My guy, you following yours?
I quit weed.
You quit weed!
Quit weed.
Weed's bad, man. Weed makes you think crazy things. Weed made that guy kill John Lennon. Everyone knows that. I don't know if that's completely true, but I'd like to believe it is anyway. Yeah. I've been enjoying my year, folks. If I may, I'd like to share with you how I was feeling pretty insecure about my stand-up at the beginning of this year. I had just done Houston, which was an awesome show, and I think I talked about it on this pod. Houston's one of the best cities, but I'd say for those 2 shows, my headlining sets, I give myself like a B. Didn't love it. And when that's a set that you are really banking on to record and to put out into the world as a singular piece of art, giving yourself a B, a little tough. A little tough, I don't love that. So, I kind of spiraled a little bit. I've been trying to just talk to people. The people I lean on that say the most, like Sam T, Derek Stroop. I called Derek Stroop today, he's crushing it. I know you guys are all wondering back at home, how's Derek doing? How's my good buddy Derek? He's got a baby, and I'll tell you what, one of the cutest babies I've ever fucking seen. A lot of people have fugly ass kids, dude. Not my boy Stroop. That kid is a Gerber baby. That is a pinchable cheek. We're out against the elements today. Have you noticed this? Is this picking up with you, Grace?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's loud. It's loud. Oh, arigato. I don't know, man. But yeah, I was feeling a lot of nerves this past week, and I think that just kind of comes from not doing stand-up. When you are doing like a big, maybe headlining set that's like an hour long, and then going from that to just nothing throughout the week, you feel like you have to do something about it, like you have to change your entire, you're like, I'm not writing enough, now I need to like come up with new material in the meantime. But it just comes down to reps. So now like another 2026 resolution I'm just gonna throw in there and try and be consistent with is imperfect consistency. So just kind of like doing as much stand-up as I can, not worrying about the outcome, and just enjoying like the process and the craft. Crafting and all that stuff is like when you can really focus on like the little things and like make sure those are like dialed and you're having fun with them, the entire picture starts to come together. And again, this is just talking about like a stand-up set. So this is for my guy right here, he wants to do stand-up. I told him, I'm like, don't do it. It's not worth it. It's 8 years of misery. Even now, my parents are pissed at me. I know we like the chicken feta sausages. We'll be making those today. I wish I knew you were coming. I would have gotten you more.
No, it's okay. I brought you a 6-pack of beer if you want 805s, but
Dude.
I also realized it's a park.
Yeah, it's a park. It's like also, it's the middle of the day. So that could be tough. I'll tell you what, dude. I have 3 sausages. I will give you one because You know the rule. You know the rule. What's the rule, Taylor?
Everybody eats.
Everybody eats. Everybody eats. Yeah. You know, I had a pretty good weekend as well. A lot of travel for stand-up these past 2 weeks, but only just travel in the Southern California area. Went to Santa Barbara one night, PCB, good ass time. Then went to Palm Springs. Would you call that Southern California? Yeah, it's definitely South, right. Palm Springs for a casino gig. I brought my betrothed, Paige. She opened for me. I mean, it was so banging, this show, I can't even describe to you. It was 25 geriatrics. Big casino ballroom. Everybody wondering, what the fuck is this guy talking about? The entire time. It got to a certain point where I just started dancing. I just started being like, you like that, Terry? You want me to shake my hips like that, huh? Eyes up here, eyes up here. That's the only thing that got him going. All right, if I just strut my pretty little ass around in front of their husband who had a hat that says, I'm gonna kill you with a gun. It's not even an NRA hat, it just says, I'm gonna kill you with a gun. And I go, where do you even get that screen printed, Bill? So yeah, I mean, we did the hour there. So when you're doing like a Palm Springs or something like that, where it's not really your crowd, you kind of just have to go back into like old material that's just very basic, universal. I feel like the older I get, the more I just tailor all my material to like whoever I want to be talking to specifically, which is I think mostly just people my own age in their like 30s and 20s. I have like, there's a certain point where like I don't really give a fuck if you're like 55, 60 and you don't get what I'm talking about. Whatever. I understand that they definitely hold most of the wealth in this country and they'll be the only ones that can afford tickets, but what the fuck ever, dude. Whatever. So yeah, we had some crab rangoons at a casino, which was actually one of the better times of my life. I kept thinking out loud during that show, I go, who is designing casino slot machines? Have you seen a casino slot machine in a while? That guy has. That looks like a guy who hangs out at a casino regularly. I think he's driving a go-kart that's a go-kart in the middle of the street, folks. Is he in the park?
I think he's in the parking lot of the park.
My guy's in the parking lot doing donuts in a go-kart. Let's put the chicken on the grill. Okay, get this started up. It's a little cold out. When did this turn into a blustery evening in old New England? God damn. If I knew I was gonna be broadcasting live from the lighthouse, I would've wore a freaking beanie. I don't know who's designing these casino slot machines, because it's gotta be some guy on coke. You know what I mean? I think it's some dude who's just like, all right, let's get a tiger, a Chinese man, and a talking banana, and they'll all be different things, and they're just gonna light the fuck up. That's what it feels like it is most of the time. And you know what? I'm gonna penalize myself for doing a bit. No, that was an impression. That was an impression. Unpenalize. Actually, 2 points. Fuck you, my scoreboard. Let's get these on here. Folks, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm worried about enough heat getting to these sausages. What the dude, this is crazy. There's a man with a go-kart driving up and down the street here. We have a lot of important topics to touch on today, and there's a man in a go-kart truly going ape shit buck wild. Going absolutely nuts.
There he is over there.
Yeah, there's a go-kart man driving around the soccer field. Are you able to pick all this up, by the way, Grace?
Like the sound, honestly the sound isn't awful.
Is the sound crazy right now?
No. I can just hear it through the headphones, but it's surprisingly not.
He's
being
turning
picked
in
up
here.
on the mic.
Awesome. That rocks.
That thing definitely looks homemade.
Oh yeah, dude. Here we go. Homemade go-kart guy is passing through.
Can't tell.
Looks like it sounds like me after a couple crab rangoons at Agua Caliente Casino. If you know what I mean. Diarrhea. Okay, and we're on. Diarrhea. Rocking and rolling. So what was I saying before? We gotta make sure we cut a bunch of shit. This is gonna be one where it's just gonna be like, we gotta make sure the silence isn't deafening while we're just watching a guy use a go-kart. But like, this is what happens when you film in the park. You're telling me I'm not allowed to look at the guy in the go-kart? Get fucked. I don't know, but that's the next thing. I'm really just gonna focus on imperfect execution, imperfect consistency. Because I think when you are like when you can just kind of sit in a space, like for me it's on stage, when you feel really comfortable and you really feel like yourself, you're gonna like pick that confidence back again and you're gonna find yourself right back in that. Is there a guy doing fire sticks behind me?
No, they're like sword fighting with wooden sticks. Two grown men. But they're not.
They've been doing that for like 20 minutes. I've been watching them.
Do we have that on camera?
I think it's right behind the tree.
You see it a little bit.
You can't really see it too much, but I like that it's low effort, but consistent.
They're not really trying. It's more so like if another 60-year-old man attacked me.
It's like the wooden sticks are just wooden sticks, but they're handling them so delicately. Like they're like collector's items. I'm sorry, I don't know why
it's
I find
okay.
it so funny.
You're allowed to feel this joy. Are you okay?
I don't know why I find that so funny.
You guys look the exact same also.
They look like twins. They look like mirrors of themselves.
God damn. Please tell me we have footage of this.
Like right now you can see them.
Don't worry, they have water, so I think they're gonna like refuel and get back at
That's fucking incredible. I thought there was a guy doing fire sticks.
it. It sounds like it. Sorry.
Oh, don't be sorry. This is what it's all about right here. Oh, fuck. That's incredible. They released the lineups for Netflix as a Joke Fest was not on it. Let me rephrase that, was not on it. That's okay. All right, this is more insecurities talking. I know everyone wants to get to the meat and potatoes of this stuff, but you know, we can also just kind of hang out, talk about insecurities, talk about our shit. Dude, the park's wildin' today. The park's kind of going. Right now, the park's winning. Weather turned, sword fighters, go-karts, shirtless men. Yeah, I guess one more thing I wanted to say is that, yeah. I guess one more thing I really wanted to touch on was like, sometimes I think my big insecurity and like why I feel like I can lose confidence pretty quickly is that I think you just, as a comedian or as anybody that's in like a public space performing and doing all that, you worry that any sort of heat that you may have garnered can just quickly go away and just quickly falter, and that you may never reach the heights that you have before. But I think even just focusing on like your own popularity or your own like sense of, yeah, you have to ask yourself, where are you going? Where do you want to go, more importantly? I know that like, you know, the goal for me is always going to be 45 years old, coaching hockey, teaching history, up in Maine, touring during the summers. And that's how hard I've done, like that's how well I've done in comedy. But like any sort of like goals in terms of, I don't know, any goals outside of like the actual execution of like your art and like the actual final pieces that you put out, I think can be very dissatisfying and also like make you go crazy if you're not actively there. Are they sword fighting again?
Hand-to-hand combat. I'm really sorry.
Don't be sorry. Literally do not be sorry. I would also be dying laughing. If I was sitting here, if I was sitting here bearing my soul and there was a guy behind me just going, that's a kill, that's a wound, that's a kill, that's a wound, I'd also be freaking out. Okay, so that's what you gotta be careful of. It's the wrist pull will get you in, and then that's when you hit him with the knee. The knee. That fucking rocks. This is the best park in fucking California right here. Oh, man. I don't know if I brought enough propane. This could be an issue. You know what it is? I go to Sprouts now, and, you know, we had the carne asada from Sprouts. Delish. Delish. Delish, my bish. Grace, get off your phone. What could you be doing on there?
On Slack.
Yeah, being like, this sucks. Grace is always on Slack during the show being like, LOL, he called me out again. It's not even funny anymore. This is a bad running joke. He's got nothing to talk about. Let's get down to the meat and potatoes, folks. Fuck it. Fuck it. I know I've just been teasing it the entire time. However, I would like to talk about an article I read in the New York Times. I mean, I know we're all very anti, you know, like establishment media nowadays, but I feel like New York Times is still a pretty solid newspaper of record, if I might. This was a news analysis by Charles Thomas. Trump's fight in Minnesota is about more than immigration. This was a speech that Donald Trump gave in 2016, 2 days before the election. Oh, Minnesota, Mr. Trump told the crowd, dropping into the just you and me talking mode that has always been one of his greatest assets as a politician. You know what's going on. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Be politically correct, just nod, quietly nod. The whole world knows what's happening in Minnesota. What was happening in Minnesota then was a slow-burning tension surrounding the state's Somali community, its second largest immigrant population. In 2008, a young Somali-born man from Minneapolis was recruited by the Somali Islamist militant group Al-Shabaab and detonated a car full of explosives outside a government building in his birth country. The speech crystallized one of the core themes of Mr. Trump's politics, which has become the overwhelming argument of his second term. And this is an important one, I think. That the country's foundation... That's what it said. It said fart noise. That's why you can't trust fucking newspapers. The speech crystallized one of the core themes of Mr. Trump's politics, which has become the overwhelming argument of his second term. That the country's foundational idea of a civic nation, one whose people are bound by a shared commitment to principles rather than ancestry or cultural identity, is a sort of liberal swindle. In Mr. Trump's America, shared prosperity requires exclusion, a policing, by force if necessary, of the boundaries of who gets to call themselves American, based in large part on where they come from. Now, my guy, what do you think about that?
It's fucked up.
That is fucked up. I'm glad you said something. Finally, somebody, like my guy over here sitting fucking cold as hell in the mud. My guy's in the mud, and I'm reading to him. I feel like I'm a fucking Sunday school teacher. Yeah, man, I don't know. I remember reading that and I just thinking like that is like a perfect encapsulation where like this whole sort of like far right movement, this whole fascist movement is kind of centered around like, you know, you're not allowed to be American because I'm an American. It's like exclusion. Despite being like, no, you can come, but you got to come the right way. But when like people say that, they almost never talk about like, then what is a right way? Then how would you put in a right way for people to come here then? Because they want exclusion. I think in a world where everything is at your fingertips, everything is so easy, and everybody feels included and connected with one another, exclusion, especially when it comes to being an American, means a lot to people. Now, in the article, Charles Thomas goes on to talk about how Minnesota was kind of a bastion of, I wouldn't even call it like democratic socialism, but like I'd call it more so like social programs. They had a very, very strong social safety net, and they made sure they like, you know, looked after people. They called it a state that works, right? But as race has become ubiquitous, lens for social science analysis, Minnesota has come in for a harder look. For a quarter century now, researchers drawing on data from around the world have noted a clear correlation between the generosity of a country's welfare state and the homogeneity and the prevalent race of its population. Damn it, dude, I sound like that Nick Shirley guy now. Can't even say homogeneity. Damn it, fuck! I'm an idiot! A finding that invites a new reading of the idea of moralistic government as just another form of self-interest. So, that, besides my tirade, it's like, people talk about like Denmark, Norway, Sweden, all these majority white countries, and why they have big social safety nets, they have all these like big healthcare programs, but they say it's because the country's majority, like it's an ethno state. So like they feel a sense of solidarity because they're all white. A particular criticism of Minnesota, which rocketed to the foreground following Mr. Floyd's killing, is that Minnesota's proud progressivism on race was itself a counterintuitive product of the state's lack of diversity and pervasive segregation. Beneath its rhetorical commitments, the state possesses some of the country's most severe racial disparities across a wide range of metrics, from unemployment to home ownership. Jesus Christ, dude! There's no peace. There's no justice and there's no peace.
Nice to meet you guys.
You taking off?
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks for hanging, dude. I'm sure I'll see you around.
Yeah.
Later, man. This episode's been hilarious. This episode's unintentionally been insane.
This is like the most overstimulated
This
I've ever been.
Ever, right?
Yeah.
This has been go-karts. There's been just guys.
Like there's a full-on self-defense class happening behind you.
And guys, I gotta say this, if you're not watching this on YouTube, you're actually missing out. You gotta watch this on YouTube. It's so good. But yeah, I think what I'm kind of getting at in this article and why I am showing it and why, like, you know, why it kind of hit home with me is because I found that Minnesota as a whole, Minneapolis, this all feels like a proving ground. The protesting and the backlash against ICE, which, you know, I'm very proud of to be an American to see. It feels like kind of a proving ground now for the US. Like, are we going to go straight into like fascism? Is he going to bring the troops in there? You know? And if he does so, how accepting will the rural population that overwhelmingly voted for him be? Like, will MAGA see people fighting back against ICE agents or against, like, you know, fucking troops on the ground shooting tear gas canisters, rubber bullets at Americans and think, oh, wow, this is fucked up, like, this is government overreach? Or will they go, these are paid agitators defending illegals, much like my dad sent me in a text this morning. I've come to, yeah, literally, like, I've come to grips. I've come to grips. Like, Gen Z, we are going to be the ones inheriting this crumbling empire. I'm okay with that at this point. We're going to be the generation that puts our bodies on the line for positive systemic change. And you know what? What's that old saying? We're like, what choice are we going to have? What's that saying? Hard times make hard guys.
I guess.
Red lines and blue chews. Isn't that it? I can't wait, because the stories we tell our grandkids, like, in present day, they're gonna sound ridiculous, but, like, they're gonna think that we went through the most. We're gonna be like, we didn't have Wi-Fi for 7 months. Your grandmother would touch herself in the Starbucks bathroom on her cam girl show. And did we complain? Every day. Are you still watching the guy?
Every time I have it under control, they pull out a new prop.
What are they using now?
It's a metal circle ring, and they're trying to get their arms through it and hit each other. Like, I don't even know what that'd be used for.
Should we just move the camera so we can watch more of it?
I'm so sorry, Alec.
Don't be sorry. I think this is genuinely worth it. Don't be sorry. Literally, don't be sorry at all.
I agree with everything you're saying, and I am listening.
I can't wait for the 4th of July parade. The 4th of July parades, when, like, we do, like, a full-blown, like, you know, revolution and, like, rechange of the government, they're gonna be like, here we go. It's the commemorating the 2027 uprising against the government. I'm gonna be walking down the street just doing like this, just doing this. Fucking. You like that? You're welcome. Just like these guys. I'm actually training with them. I'm training with these guys behind me just in case ICE comes into my house. That's a wound. That's a wound. That's a wound. And I'm going to train with that guy too. This might be one of my favorite days we've had here. This is crazy.
This is like insane. Someone else is grilling over there with a fire.
There's gonna be a lot of cutting, but I think this is gonna like really, when we like put this all together, it's gonna be unbelievable. Also, by the way, MLK Day was yesterday. I know, Grace, you celebrate privately. But I was talking to my buddy, we were at the bar this weekend, saying MLK Day tomorrow. And it's like a classic, I don't really know if this is like want to say a white guy thing to do, but like when people go, MLK, he cheated on his wife. MLK loved banging chicks. I'm like, dude, so? People love bringing that up when they talk about MLK, one of the world's foremost civil rights leaders. It's like, yeah, dude, if the FBI was trying to murder me every day along with the Ku Klux Klan and a bevy of other like white nationalists, I'd probably get a little side gash too. Sorry. Maybe something to just calm me down. All right, that's not really a great take, but all I'm saying is like, if you have somebody who is like putting his body on the line for a cause greater than himself, I think he's allowed to, I don't know, get some nudes every now and then. I don't know. Call me crazy, but there's a gray area in morality where you don't have to be 100% like pure of mind and heart. I mean, our own president's a pedophile, and people love that guy. Oh yeah, Venezuela, Greenland. This past Thursday, the Venezuelan opposition leader, Maria Machado, gave our president her Nobel Peace Prize as a gift. Like gave it to, like, you remember when like you were a kid and you would like beat your little cousin in like wiffle ball or something, and then like you'd be like, I won. They'd like start to get sad, so then you'd have to like pick them up and be like, oh, you won too, you know what I mean? That's what every world leader now does with our president. They have to give them toys. You have to give them toys. It feels like what I would do if I was a diplomat from Denmark trying to defend Greenland is I would do what I usually do with my nephews, which is show up and go, who wants to get candy at the convenience store? And just see what happens. Because I bet he'd be stoked on that. It's toys. The guy wants gifts and toys. I mean, the fact of the matter is, if we go into, like, everyone thinks, like, you know, if we take over Venezuela, then what? If we take over Greenland, then what? You think we're just going to be, like, this is Iraq again. We're just doing Iraq again. It's imperialism for, like, what? It's like, oh, they have a bunch of minerals. What minerals? What minerals are you using on a daily basis? Huh? A mineral salt bath? Okay? Because I only take one of those a quarter, and that gets me real clean. But I don't need that every day. I don't need these precious earth minerals aren't going to make the price of eggs go down. Precious earth minerals aren't going to lower my healthcare premiums. Neither is fucking Venezuela. More oil? We're not going to be able to get any of the oil out of there. This is an administration full of people who are not only unequipped for their jobs, but also have no desire to learn how to do them. No desire to like learn how to do them right. They allowed Elon Musk to come in and misuse all of people's social security information, and then they were like, damn, that sucks. Sorry about that, guys. Well, anyway, we're going to use his AI now so we can track people's fucking faces who protest. It's just like, this is all a cash grab for his rich friends. This is a man who, despite being a millionaire throughout his life, all of like really rich people and like actual upper society look down on him because he's fucking garbage. And a pedophile. That's my meat and potatoes for this week. I'm just, you know, we posted a clip from Chris Estrada today. My dad texted me, and I don't know, if you watch this show, maybe you also have like, maybe conservative parents, but just, and my dad texted me, he goes, this is bad for your career. I wish you'd rethink this. You think these people that, and maybe this is talking out of school, I don't know. But it feels very frustrating when the people who taught you to be nice to people, to have morals, to work hard, to do all these things. You know, you think yourself, you have like great parents, but then they lack the sense of urgency of which this moment requires. I'm not asking my parents to fucking lay their body down in front of an ICE SUV. I'm just asking them to like understand that the America that myself and you all will, like all of us will inherit, will inevitably be worse off if this continues. And it'll get to a point where like shit is so bad that by the time like I'm 45, whatever, it's might be irreplaceable. So that's what really like, I don't know, I sent them like a voice memo. I'm just like, dude, I just want you to think like, is this an America you want to live in? Like, are you an American or do you just want low taxes? It's kind of what you have to ask sometimes. And I feel like a dickhead because it's just like, it's my own fucking dad. I'm like, why do I give him shit, you know? But I don't know. If you are watching this, Dad, I do love you, but I also said this to you, so I guess I'm not really coming after you too much. Anyway, what are we at with time-wise, you think?
I mean, I should
I put my
say
phone?
right there.
Oh, 39.
Oh, great. We're gonna have to cut a bunch of stuff anyway, but
No worries.
we also have audience questions. Time for audience questions. Time for audience questions. You see the smoke? What the funch? What the hell, man? Sound like Ram Barnacle. What the freaking heck, man? This is the best. Taylor is like, I'm so dialed in on the guys behind me. What are they doing?
No, I was laughing at your joke
What are they doing
actually
now? Are
this
they
time.
rubbing each other with balloons for the static? Are you sure?
I'm sure. I was laughing at you. I was laughing at your joke.
Grace is in the Slack, like, these two guys behind us, let's give them a podcast.
Dude. This is like, it's like Parks and Recreation or like The Office or something, where it's just like, why are they doing this?
Yeah, why? Yeah, none of it makes any sense. This is why people are like, oh, you could have gone to a set, do you need this? I'm like, no. We need fucking, oh, wait a minute, I have horrible, wait, hold on. Okay. You ready for some audience questions? K-Coop Music says, need the pod to hit 100K, been waiting for Emmett's hole. That's not really a question, but I agree. Here we go. I went on a date, Matt Iglesias says, I went on a date with a communist and she said my abuelos should have died in Cuba. Well, have you met this woman? Also, like, wait. You're saying, Matt, are you saying your abuelo should have died? Is she talking about your own grandmother? Then that is hot. There is something to me that is like really enticing about a woman that comes in and kind of wants to ruin your family. Like, if she was trying to be crafty about it and she was like, oh, like, I don't know, I feel like your parents don't really like me. That's suspect. I don't like that. But if you're a girl that's gonna come in and be like, your mom's gay, your dad's hot, I kind of respect that. I'm kind of like, all right, I can get down. She said my abuelo should have died in Cuba. Well, she didn't. Pics, let's see the pics. Here we go. My boy Oli says, people thinking geese are making good music. Shout out my boy Olovitz, Andrew Olovitz, Oli, as I know him and love him. I'm planning his bachelor party this summer, and I think I'm gonna get a bunch of Civil War reenactors. I think that's the final move. I want a bunch of guys from North and South drinking in full character, and then we're just gonna occasionally show them TikTok videos, and they can go, freak out. That's what I want. But Oli makes a good point. People think Geese making good music. Oli has been on a warpath about how Geese is an AI-generated industry plant band. However, I don't share that same opinion when it comes to Cameron Winter's music individually. Cameron Winter is the lead singer of Geese. I don't know, I just like Cam Winter's more melodramatic stuff, and it might have been just because I was playing it in my parents' house throughout Christmas time, and it's very Christmassy, like, never gonna stop, never gonna burn. That's all of his music. It was like, I got marbles in my mouth. But yeah, I don't know. I think Geese, they've just risen up so fast. And I mean, like, the fact that Cameron Winter played a sold-out Carnegie Hall at 23 years old is... The only people that have ever done that is like Joan Baez.
Oh, 1 second. Sorry.
Oh, what happened?
It stopped recording.
Oh. I mean, the term homewrecker, I think, has been bastardized. Sometimes a homewrecker is simply just a woman who may have been knocked up or maybe just doesn't understand the dynamic of your family. But oftentimes, I mean, not often, but a true homewrecker is somebody that says, this family sucks. Do you or do you not want me to bounce on it? Simple question. Hey, A or B? True or false? All right, let's keep rocking along. We already have Ollie's geese question down. Here we go. Laura Peak says, I'm really sad. No, you're not, Laura. And Laura, you're a friend of the pod. Don't say that. And that's my therapy advice. No, you're not. Aryan Wrath says, how would you respond to your friend that says reading is for the, quote, gays and girls? Well, then give me a bra and put me on heated rivalry, because reading rocks. If your friend says that, then odds are they're into a lot of self-help books. This is a person that's going to read a lot of Tim Ferriss, a lot of, what's that guy? Like, the Alexander the Great, the Meditations. Somebody that only sees their life as a vehicle for producing and accruing capital and things, okay? Reading is about deeper understanding of the human condition, okay? And if you're able to dish, then life is just totally full of new surprises. So that's what I would say to them. I would say, well, it's about finding a deeper level of the human condition. And if you don't think that's cool, then you gotta fucking dump in your pants. That's what you should say. Mr. Grantastic says, I've been working really hard as a teacher. However, I've been feeling very discouraged. Brother, I don't blame you. When I was teaching, there were a lot of days I felt really bummed out. I remember one of my most sad days was when I had to call CPS because one of my students was living in a car with his cousin who also went to the school, 14-year-old kid. Jorge was really bummed me out. And this is like another kid who, you know, had an IDP, like sweet kid, but like clearly couldn't sit still. And, you know, funny enough, that night I went and did a comedy show, and my friend Miriam Moreno, who's Mexican, grew up there. I was like, told her the whole situation. She goes, oh, is he Mexican? I go, yeah. And she goes, well, if it makes you feel any better, when they called CPS on my parents, she just hit me harder. So, and I was like, it didn't. Thank you, Miriam. Appreciate it. Dude, it's easy to feel discouraged. But think about all the people that are doing nothing right now to help other people's lives. You're giving 100% effort. And you can't control the outcome no matter what, okay? It would be, and I guarantee you there are going to be plenty of days where you really feel like, oh shit, like I'm making a difference, I'm doing the right thing, but for the most part, day to day, it's just about controlling your effort. And I think leading by example, and I don't know, when I was in the classroom, I just made sure I told those kids every day, like, I love being here. I love hanging out with you guys. I love teaching. Because I think, especially nowadays, kids will feel very discouraged if they feel like somebody's not with them and on their side. So I think also, like, you know, January, tough sledding. They just got back from Christmas break. I think probably by like February, March, you're going to start to feel the uptick. You're going to feel like everybody's back in the swing of things. You'll be ready to rock. By the time June rolls around, you're having field day, you know, celebrations, end of the year. It's going to be nice. Okay? So hang in there. Keep doing what you're doing. You're on the right path. Okay, let's keep rolling. I love doing these. We should do these more. Oh, what? Because now they're not doing stuff behind me anymore?
Oh, they're still there.
What are they doing?
Still the hand-to-hand combat.
That's the most important part. So Solo in the Stereo says, my dad's 65-year-old girlfriend never left high school, and I want to suplex her into concrete. Again, a lot of these aren't really questions. It's more of a statement. What I would have you do is probably just do a lot of research. Look into like late 90s WWE. Ask yourself, like, what kind of wrestler are you? You might not have the upper body strength for a suplex. Sorry. Just a fact. I just want to shoot you straight. You might be more of a Shawn Michaels kind of girl, okay? You might be doing a little bit of sweet chin music, a little bit of boom, right up top, and then clap her with one of those. But I understand. I mean, that's got to be tough having an outsider come in and really be unagreeable towards you and the rest of your family. It's also like, if it's just your dad's girlfriend, yeah, 65, yeah, just give it a little bit of time, dude. Probably not anything serious. Plus, it's just a girlfriend anyway, so if there's anything like, you know, super important that you just want to have time with you and your father or like your immediate family, you can probably just be like, hey, Dad, tell Linda to fuck off. What do guys really think about girls making the first move, says Liz Hunt. It's great. It's awesome. Just don't be surprised when you make the first move and I'm like, I can't believe this is happening. Just don't be surprised when, yeah, like it happens and then we kind of are taken aback like, whoa, hey, is this a ploy? Are you trying to get a drink out of me? Because I'll do it, but just let me know. It's just very unsurprising. I'm a big proponent of always making the first move. I went on a dating podcast recently. It was fucking insane. I had to like show like this 35-year-old man like how to approach women. And I was like, dude, just say crazy shit all the time. That's what I do. Say nuts shit. Not like dangerous stuff, but like just walk over and be like, I'm the Queen of England. I'm just kidding. What's going on? See, it makes you laugh a little bit. That's an in.
Mm-hmm. You got us there.
You got us. I don't know. Okay, we're keeping on rolling here. Oh, shit. For Sam Lax 5, United Healthcare denied the last 6 months of medical claims. Well, I think there's one man whose lead you can follow. Just gonna leave it at that. Relax Dude says, I'm really just wondering how to grow some self-respect, so let me know if you have any tips on that. Self-respect, R-E-S-P-E-C-T, and that's what does it mean to you? I mean, growing self-respect, I think I don't know. I think maybe like an easy one to start with is showing up in spaces where maybe you have like a mutual interest with other people and maybe that you don't know at all. And then like kind of maybe reinventing yourself as a person from there, like reinventing your attitude. When you're already like dealing with a lot of people that you've known forever, it might be easy to be kind of like a pushover or give them the benefit of the doubt because you don't want to ruffle any feathers and you have all these long-standing relationships. But I don't know, maybe if you have like a hobby or something that like you do where you don't know anybody and you're establishing that relationship for the first time, it's a good place to kind of try out being like, you know, assertive and being upfront and forward about what you want, what you expect from other people as well. Because that way, you know, if they don't respond well or, you know, you feel like you're still like that's happening again, you can just fucking leave. And I'm not saying people are disposable and you shouldn't use people as means to an end. However, I feel like it would be a lot easier than just saying like, I don't know, stick up for yourself. Because that's a lot harder to do than a lot of people than a lot of people think. Trust me, I know. So that's what I would say. Relax, dude. Colleagues, Andrew Rose Sobindo. Colleagues pushing work off onto you. This is a good one because I would do this all the time. I would push work off onto other people, and what they would do is take credit for it. So that's what I would do because it works every time. If you just say like, hey, like they gave me this assignment and I did it for them. Throw them under the bus. Be like, yeah, I'm doing this. Like, and then if like, we'll say that's your boss pushing work off on you, be like, yeah, I just need to be paid more. Yeah. I need to be paid more or I need an extra vacation day. I was the king of the mental health day. King of the mental health day. I mean, if there was even a slight breeze or a waft in the air that I was going to be a little bit sad, clock out. Out. I'm out of the office. You can't get in touch with me. What's that Slack say? Not available. Why? I watched a really sad movie last night and I'm taking a mental health day. These corporate overlords. They'll never tell me what to do. I wonder if these sausages will ever be ready. I think the problem is I just don't have enough propane to really like blast these things, and it's also kind of cold out, you know what I mean?
You're just like smoking them.
A little bit. All right, Taylor. Okay, Queen. Okay, CEO.
Breaking that glass ceiling.
Yeah. My boy Finn. Finn Burgoyne. How do you lock into a boring life? How do you lock into boring life after being Mr. Good Time for the holidays? I'm getting 0 sleep right now. Yeah, that's tough. I feel the same way more often than not because I'll come off like a weekend where I'm out until like 11:30, 12, you know, just doing comedy. Do they have the sticks going again?
Mm-hmm. You're in front of them though, so.
Are you able to see them now?
No, now they're behind the tree.
Damn it.
A little.
I don't know. Do you guys think these are ready? Grace, can you come here for a sec?
Yeah, please, Grace.
Think these are ready?
Honestly, yeah. Right?
Yeah,
They
probably.
got marks on them.
They got marks on them. I mean, marks are one thing. but
Sure.
You know what? I mean, this one definitely is.
Yeah.
The casing's already kind of making moves.
Is that a
here.
mold?
What's up?
Got a mold on it?
Ha 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 ha. That have mold.
Check the brand.
Fucking all right. That was good. That was really funny. That have mold? Finn, I don't know the best way to go about it because I have plenty of ways where I get like it's hard for me to go to sleep. I'd say reading before bed is whatever I go to when I'm like can't get any sleep done. So like next time you're like going to bed, I'd say also if you have been like going to bed later, you can't just like all of a sudden start going to bed at 8. The move is go to bed at like, if you were going out until like 1, 2, try just like, I'm getting ready for bed at 11, be in bed by 11:30, and then read until you feel tired and go to sleep. And then eventually wind down from there. Here you go. No mold.
Thank you.
No mold.
Literally what?
Trust me, no mold. Emmett's gonna be pissed we're having so much fun.
Yeah, poor Emmett. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I feel like they look done.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be like cold.
It smells good.
Smells pretty good, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do how many more of these? Oh, here we go. We got a great one right here. My boy Gwar Crime says, I became a local union president. Advice on getting my members involved and organized. Whoa. I mean, I think if you're a fan of the show, you could tell right here is where you need to be bringing everybody. Outside grill time. What do union members like? Bowling. Bowling team, okay? Bowling league. Just pick up sports. I think like the biggest thing is getting people together outside of work. When they're at work, it's really hard to, I think, just like get to know people because you're just like, buddy, I'm just trying to do my job and get the fuck out of here. If you can get together outside of work, I think that's the best way for everybody to see one another, not just as coworkers, but as friends. And you'd have a better union when everybody's a friend to one another, okay? Remember, it's brotherhood. The United Brotherhood of International fucking cool guys and chill chicks. The International Brotherhood of Cool Guys with Chill Attitudes. Did you hear it? Dude, Paige was like, I woke her up one day by saying, like, I'm just a cool guy with a chill attitude. Literally verbatim, that's why I woke her up by saying, I'm fucking out of my mind.
That is one way to wake up in the morning.
Is it warm?
Oh,
That's like really hot.
is yours not warm?
I'm just making sure before I bite into it.
Is yours not warm?
No, it is.
Oh, it is.
Okay, well, fuck, all right. This has been the most hectic episode we've done in a while. But it's really funny.
Seriously though. It's a 3-day weekend. Has everyone acting up today on Tuesday?
I think that's gotta be what it is.
That's what I think.
Okay, how many more should we do? How much time do we have left?
You're at an hour.
We're at an hour?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll do a little extra though. How do I start a comedy career? Also, go Pats, go Pats. Don't do it. Another Diego MK. I don't understand why kindness and caring aren't seemingly valued these days. This is something I've ruminated on quite a bit, Diego. It's because I think so much of our life is now spent on social media and on our phones. And a lot of the times when people talk about like how we ingest art and how we ingest a lot of information, a quote I come back to is the medium is the message. And when the medium for interacting with people is a lot of facelessness, is a lot of snap decision-making, snap reactions, kindness and sort of empathy are not valued. Because in a public forum, everybody is also trying to impress everybody else. Everybody's trying to come off as the smartest person in the room, or they're trying to get home. But like, people are trying to like, you know, be the smartest person in the room, and they're trying to impress a bunch of faceless, nameless strangers. So like, and then that just bleeds over into our everyday life. That's the sad part about it, is that we've allowed this social media to just kind of just permeate into our social interactions. But you know, that doesn't mean that you have to. You don't have to act like that. You know, I think we all try and make a conscious effort here on this show to lead with love and lead with kindness. So, except for Grace, who shits on my fucking sausages or whatever. This is Grace. This is Grace the entire show. Oh, I'm on my phone. I'm on my phone. Oh, sausages ready? Okay.
Right.
Let's do one more. We'll do our real man of genius and then we can get out of here. My boy, C Free. I'm realizing I'm becoming the hottest, funniest friend in the group and I don't know how to handle it. Easy. Level up, get a new group. Clearly you're out of the minors now. Time to go to the majors, find somebody who's hot and cool. Let's see, one more. Literally what the fuck is wrong with dating culture these days, says Belle Glidden. Probably you. All right, guys, it's time for our final segment. That's terrible. No, I can't do that. That's mean. Again, it's the medium is the message. I think, especially when it comes to men, it's convenience. I think we're all just so used to convenience with interacting and finding new people. And more often than not, we have a face, but it's the best version of our face that we're putting out there, and it's only like 4 pictures, so you're not, you know, watching as a guy like puts a Zin in his earlobe, or like as a woman like scarfs down French onion soup. So you're not really getting to know the intimate moments of people, you know, in real life, as opposed to like just seeing the best of them on the internet and then being like, oh, this doesn't add up to my expectations of them from what I already saw earlier. So I think people just feel disappointed more often than not, because like this version that is highly edited and highly filtered on our phones of like what relationships should be, what dating should be like, just isn't true. And it's never been like that. I mean, like our fucking parents just like literally were like, I saw a hot woman at the bar and I was like, and then we started hanging out for 6 months and then I married her. Been together ever since. My biggest thing I'd say if you want to stay fucking sane in your dating life, lower your expectations. You'll have way more fun. Start fingering guys in the butt. Unpronounced. Don't give a warning. Just start going, "Hi-da!" All right. Time for our segment. Real man of genius. Fuck, I should have had a guy. Thought I was going to pick it up on the way. Here's to you, Steve Carell. Here's to you, Steve Carell! After doing a fun video with my girlfriend yesterday and posting it on the internet, everyone compared me and her to you and Jan. Oh, if you remember The Office. It's inspired me to start a two-person play where me and my girlfriend will play Michael and Jan from the dinner party scene, all from memory. I'm trying to find space right now, black box theaters around LA. I think it's probably going to be the dumbest thing I've ever wasted money on, but I truly cannot wait to do it. And in your honor, I want to say that you have been one of my comedic influences my entire life. I think I'm probably like a better, more handsome version of you, but definitely don't have the same skills. Not yet anyway, won't you suck my dick? I didn't mean that. You're also neighbors with my parents. I'm sure my mom has talked to you before. Shout out Cohasset, I won't give the address. Here's to you, Steve Carell. You are this week's real man of genius. What an episode. We got a lot we gotta cut out of that beginning part. Guys, if you enjoy the show, if you've been a fan, please tell your friends about the show. Spread the good word. I'm trying to make rent on this fucking show this year, okay? Is it gonna happen? No. Because I'm moving into a big place with my girl, all right? And she's going to pay for most of the rent. Ha, 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 ha. No, but subscribe. Please come to my shows, guys. If you live in LA, I'll be at the Comedy Store February 20th. I'm going to be running the hour in front of a bunch of network suits that are going to try and buy the hour and put it on their network. Will it actually come to fruition? No. But what do we always say here on Big Al's Grill ASMR? They never do. That being said, Philly, keep your eyes peeled. Something's coming in February. Philly, I'm coming to Raleigh Comedy Festival, end of March. I'm going to be going to Tyler, Texas. Why? I don't know. Atlanta, Phoenix, Dallas Comedy Club, all these and more. On my website. I have a Don't Tell coming out soon. Keep your eyes peeled on that. Final word, guys. I know I opened up with a lot of feelings of insecurity, but what I always think about, and again, we'll have the camera zoom in on this one. I think when it comes down to it, whenever I feel the most overwhelmed, whenever I feel the most angry and upset about the state of our country, about the state of my career, about the state of my relationships, I go back to the well that is stand-up comedy. And I think that's my creative, really just my creative fucking outlet. Have your creative outlet this year. And the reason why I even got into stand-up was because I wanted to fucking kill myself in college. And I was like, I need to fucking talk. I need to just say how I feel and perform. So it doesn't have to be performance art, but find that creative outlet and take time to really nourish in it, sit in it, and be a human being. You know, we will never stop looking at fascism and being aware of what's going on in our country, but let's remember not to go crazy about it. So, as always, guys, I love you, and suck me from the back. All right, guys. Oh, they're using it. Now they're using